We woke up on day 4, docked in the first incorporated city of Alaska and the northernmost point of the Inside Passage. The hamlet of Skagway is known as the Sunshine Capital of Alaska, as it only receives about 27 inches of rain annually. I don't know what we expected, but Skagway was definitely off the beaten path. It's quaint, remote. Okay, I'm just gonna say it. It's tiny. While Skagway once boasted a population of 12,000 during the days of the gold rush in the late 19th century, today it only claims about 900 year-round residents, though the population doubles May through September with seasonal workers.
Our excursion on the famous White Pass and Yukon Railroad wasn't until noon, so after Cabanas, we headed to the French Quarter Lounge for cafe au lait, beignets, and a little Disney Villains trivia. The French Quarter Lounge is meant to make you feel like you're sitting on a New Orleans patio. I love the booth seating disguised as an iconic New Orleans streetcar.
The French Quarter Lounge is where you can, for an additional cost, grab a specialty coffee and beignets with chocolate sauce. There are nods to Disney's The Princess and the Frog throughout, my favorite being the Demitasse cup shaped like Dr. Facilier's hat. Located on Deck 3 aft, you can find live music at the French Quarter Lounge throughout the cruise. During the day, you might find music trivia with live accompaniment. And in the evenings, you can wait for Tiana's Place to open for dinner while toe tapping to the smooth stylings of onboard musicians. After trivia, where we met some wonderful pals. Hi, Chris, Frankie, and Grandpa Steve. We checked in for our excursion in the D Lounge. Somehow, the only footage I got of the D Lounge was this character dance party, and I know it's hard to pay attention when Daisy Duck is setting the dance floor on fire.
Upon check-in, a cast member scanned our room key, also known as our key to the world card, and we were grouped and given stickers to wear for the duration of the excursion. You can see we were Team Donald Duck for Skagway, and then we disembarked. There are 4 ship berths in Skagway, and the train was mere yards from where we were docked at the berth closest to town. It's the orange one on the map up ahead.
Born during the Klondike Gold Rush of 1898 and considered impossible to build by most, the 110-mile White Pass and Yukon route was blasted through solid rock from Skagway, Alaska, to Whitehorse, Yukon Territory in only 26 months. The train was designed to help gold rushers known as stampeders get from the Alaskan coast to the interior, where their 550-mile journey from Lake Country to the Yukon River began. Today, in about 3 hours' time, you can experience a 20-mile portion from sea level in Skagway to White Pass summit and back. And the way up is almost a 3,000-foot climb at grades of almost 4% on a narrow gauge rail that is only 36 inches wide. Each car has a lavatory, large windows, and outside platforms you are allowed to use at certain times. The train tour guide, who you could hear over speakers in your car, gave lots of facts and get your camera out announcements. Each car has a wood or oil stove for heat, but it can get drafty, so dress in layers. And you must be careful when on the platforms, as the rock sides get mighty close since the entire route was created by blasting through solid granite. The 20-mile portion you can journey today was laid between May 1898 and February 1899, and out of 35,000 railroad workers, a total of 35 lost their lives, including Maurice Dunn and Al Jeannot. On August 3, 1898, a rock blasting accident buried the 2 men beneath a 500-ton boulder. Their bodies remain to this day beneath the rock, which is marked by a single wood cross and is sadly but appropriately named Black Cross Rock. That's the boulder, and the arrow points out the cross.
From the tragic to the scenic, Bridal Veil Falls can be seen quickly, and I mean quickly, cascading 6,000 feet down from the glaciers on Mount Cleveland and Mount Clifford. The next noteworthy part of the journey is at mile 16, when the train crosses a wooden trestle bridge 1,000 feet above Glacier Gorge and disappears into the 250-foot tunnel mountain. The train is so much longer than the actual tunnel. You can see both the front and back of the train at the same time as it threads the needle on its journey to White Pass summit. Trains run up and down all day, so you'll likely see one going through the tunnel on your excursion.
My favorite view is definitely at Inspiration Point, where you can see 17 miles back down to Lynn Canal, Mount Harding, and the Chilkat Mountain Range. This was a favorite spot for Gold Rush era photographers. Lynn Canal is where the cruise ships dock. You can barely make out the Royal Caribbean ship Utopia of the Seas. But in this next clip, you can see it much better, and you can even see the Disney Wonder on the left. Now, we're just going to skip over Dead Horse Gulch, where 3,000 pack animals lost their lives in 1898 due to the neglect and poor preparation of gold rushers. Each stampeder did have to bring 1 ton of supplies with them to be allowed into Canada, so I understand needing horses and mules to make the trek. Watch Sean almost lose his finger right here. Told you it's pretty close.
White Pass Summit is the location of the U.S. Canada border, and this is where Mounties waved on stampeders who had the ton of supplies needed for a year in the Canadian interior. And it was a literal ton of supplies required for passage. Here's the list as printed in an 1897 publication for gold seekers. And only 150 pounds of bacon?
At the summit, the train completed a loop and began its 20-mile descent, which is when we got the best look at the visible remains of the 1898 trail used by thousands of men and animals during the Klondike Gold Rush. It's hard to imagine trying to carry that ton of required supplies for miles along this narrow and steep pathway. The trail is precarious, unstable, and only as wide as the bench seats in our train car, so I can see why Dead Horse Gulch is nearby.
You go through 2 tunnels during your trip. The second one is about twice as long as the first and was built in 1969. The tunnel was created to replace the huge steel cantilever bridge that has been standing since 1901. Rising 215 feet above Dead Horse Gulch, this was the tallest cantilever bridge in the world and one of the reasons the White Pass and Yukon Rail was designated an International Historic Civil Engineering Landmark in 1994. This is a designation only bestowed upon 36 sites worldwide, including the Eiffel Tower and the Panama Canal. Though not used since 1969, the partial collapse of the bridge didn't happen until just a few years ago.
We thoroughly enjoyed our excursion on the White Pass and Yukon Rail, and we highly recommend it if you love breathtaking scenery, American history, and choo-choo trains. We booked this 3-hour excursion through Disney at a cost of about $150 per person. This included a boxed water, and you could also purchase a snack box of cheese crackers and beef jerky for a few dollars on board, but feel free to bring your own snacks with you. One last note is we booked an adults only train excursion, so just be aware when booking with Disney there are kid friendly and kid free versions of this particular excursion. And we always budget for tipping tour guides, so when the talented tour guide who narrated our entire trip came through at the end to say hello, we gave her our thanks and a $20 bill. When we returned to the station, we stepped off literally onto the main street of town. The entire town of Skagway is 7 short blocks with only a few offshoot streets. There isn't a single traffic light in town. I told y'all she's quaint.
Skagway, Alaska, and we hope you enjoy the rest of your vacation.
All right, we're here in Skagway. We just got off the White Pass rail. We went up about 3,000 feet and back down in 3 hours. And now we are here on the beautiful main street of Skagway. You can see a couple of cruise ships there. And one of the first stops. There you go. We're going to pop in here to the Klondike Gold Rush National Historic NPS site. Check it out.
The Klondike Gold Rush National Historic Park Visitor Center offers exhibits, films, and ranger programs. And of equal importance are the nice public restrooms, coffee shop, and gift shop. Klondike Gold Rush National Historic Park is really an historic district, as there are over 25 original Gold Rush era buildings in Skagway under its jurisdiction. And it wouldn't be a national park without nature. The park includes access to the White Pass Trail and the Chilkoot Trail, a 33-mile hiking trail that goes into Canada.
Got a few more informational placards. And again, we're here at 2nd Broadway, the Red Onion Saloon, jewelry, and liquor store. You know, things you need. It's a beautiful day in Skagway today. It's sunny, which we were told multiple times on the train is a rarity, especially for this time of the year. So we're going to take advantage, walk around. We saw some little salmon swimming around. Little creek we might go back to. But first thing we want to do is find something to
Let's have some food and drink.
to eat. So we're going to go down Broadway a couple of blocks. Go find the Skagway Brewing Company, but this whole Camp Skagway #1 is something interesting and something I have not seen on any videos we watched yet. So I am very interested to see what that actually is. Built in 1899, the Skagway #1 building was a meeting house for a fraternal organization of gold prospectors called the Arctic Brotherhood. It's covered in over 8,000 pieces of driftwood and now serves as the Skagway Visitor Center. Really cool. Ooh, mascot saloon. And then, there's the Doughboy, Alaskan Frybread. We will be coming back to you.
Yeah.
Maybe we should go start there. There's no line. It's true.
Usually there is.
Watch out. We're not going to die over fry bread. That'll be a whole debate we can have later. If it's worth it when I get run over for it. And we're crossing this way. Luckily, there's more people than cars around here, so I think we've got the majority. They will stop for us. There's our buddy Chris from the cruise. Did some villains trivia with his wife. Oh my goodness, I'm about to get up in these people's personal business while they eat this. Yes. That's what we're coming for. Yum. Bread.
Smells like cinnamon and
we're
brown
finding
sugar.
huckleberry things already, which to know this man is to know that he
I love some huckleberry.
loves huckleberry things. All things huckleberry for this guy. Ooh. Syrups and jellies and jams. Oh my. Mooseberry. Okay, this mooseberry I've never seen before, but now I need fireweed honey, mooseberry, salmonberry. What are all of these berries? Where have they been hiding them? Alaska. All right. Alaska. Fry bread, Doughboy secured. This Doughboy will now try the Doughboy. Go. Should be sopapilla-esque.
It's on a donut and a funnel cake. Had a baby.
There's nothing wrong with that. Now, would you walk out in the traffic and get hit by a car for it?
Maybe not that, but
I'm glad that didn't happen then.
delicious.
Okay. Fry bread me. That way. Yeah. Can't get in traffic, but do I wish I had my own? Looks. And so does that guy. There we go. Finished. Come back down. Here we are.
The Skagway Brewing Company has a bar and large gift shop downstairs, while the kitchen and dining room are upstairs. There is an elevator if you cannot or will not climb stairs. We visited at about 3:30 p.m. on a Thursday, and we had no problem getting a table straight away. They brew a wide variety of beers from IPAs to blondes and porters to saisons, and there was something for every palate.
Drink order. Sean's trying the spruce tip ale. The
did let us know that 2 of their signature items, the salmon roulette and the crab artichoke, out. But that's okay, because what I'm excited about anyway, Kirkus things about, is the halibut fish and chips. Sean, what did you say you were doing, Shane?
I think I'm gonna actually end up getting the spruce tip wings
Yep, they do.
and the Cajun fries.
Spruce tip everything.
I know, no spruce tip at all.
Things. They got spruce tip shortbread cookies.
I'm gonna start sprouting spruce tips on top of my head. So,
It's a hair remedy
I know,
for
right?
you.
It'll be fine. I have here the spruce tip blonde ale, 4.8%. Let's see how it is.
That ABV.
Very light.
Sprucey.
Well, yeah, a little ambery. Just a hint of spruce. It's not like very spruce forward.
I was gonna say,
It's not like an
medicinal.
overwhelming. Yeah.
Good.
Yep, good beer.
Okay. Our food has arrived. I went with the beer chili and the halibut. I got the spruce tip wings and some Cajun fries, because another thing to know this man is known he loves Cajun fries.
I love a lot of food things.
And he's got a flight of all their IPAs coming, because that's also his thing. So let's see, how are these spruce tip wings? Okay, Cajun fries or Cajun fries?
These are good.
Yeah, but I need you to get into those wings. They look really nice.
They're cooked
It's a dry red.
extremely well.
Yeah.
Let's get one of them.
It's a spruce tip dry rub, a little citrusy, maybe a la lemon pepper, which actually a bit of French twisted.
I would say, yeah, like lemon pepper. If you like lemon pepper, you'll like these. For sure.
They're cooked well. It's like $24 for that, but it's a good number, I will say. Alright.
6, 8 wings.
Let's try.
Okay.
I don't know why I actually chose chili. It's not a cold day, but it's made with their beer, so. Lovely cup of chili. Actually, could use a little more salt, and I don't heavily salt things, so definitely needs just a little bit of salt. Now let's try this halibut. Halibut, don't eat me. Bad joke, sorry. House-made tartar, and I do not get down on tartar sauce, but I've already tried frying it, and it is super good. Full of whatever is in tartar sauce, like onions and pickly things. I don't know. It's just really good. Like I said, I don't like tartar sauce. I'm usually a ketchup on my fish person. But this is actually delicious, meaty, so toothsome for fish. Clean. No one, would even know that that's fish, really, other than the texture. The beer batter, or the spruce tip beer batter, is fabulous. 10 out of 10 recommend.
So,
All right, it is time for a quick rapid fire
we have
IPA
the
testing.
Chillicoot IPA, Hazy, a Rye IPA, and the Prospector Pale Ale, which I've been assured tastes a lot like a regular IPA. So, let's see. Would you like to?
Okay, rapid fire. Yeah. Sean has 2 speeds. Sean speed and normal speed.
Not so IPA. We'll try the Hazy. I do like to get hazy. It's really yummy. Right.
I don't think he's gonna dislike one of these. If so, it'll be that one.
That's an interesting one.
Yeah. Not a red fan. Except for this redhead. And that Prospector.
Prospector. I'd say the Prospector and the Hazy are my 2 favorite, probably.
After lunch, we walked back to the stream that runs parallel to the train tracks. We noticed lots of fish swimming about as we pulled back into town, and it was only a 2 to 3 minute walk from Skagway Brewing Company. But to be fair, everything is a 2 to 3 minute walk from Skagway Brewing Company. At the stream, we realized very quickly we know nothing at all about river fish.
I almost feel like I could walk down there and pick one up by my hands.
Now, I assume those are salmon. I assume.
They're like hanging out up here, swimming upstream.
I know, that's the whole
That's
point. That's what they
crazy.
do.
Going up the stream. Look at them. Whoa.
You've never
They're
seen
just
that.
watching them.
They're literally just kind of swimming stationed, so they stay stationary in the water.
How cool. Sean is now trying to sneak up on the presumptive salmon. This feels so Alaska.
It says that this creek has salmon, Dolly Varden, cutthroat trout.
Dolly Parton, excuse me?
Yeah, Dolly Varden.
St. Dolly?
And cutthroat trout.
Cutthroat trout. Ooh, what did cutthroat trout look like? I mean, aren't the salmon the one that the swim up the stream like these guys are doing?
Like upstream to spawn. They don't just stay in place. So that's what gets me.
So are these trout? Whoa.
These might be trout.
Whoa. I think we got different species in here. Wow. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh God, mosquito. Oh God. Oh my God, it's so huge. Oh my God, Alaska state bird. Holy cow. I thought we knew like mosquitoes in the south. Oh my gosh. That was the biggest mosquito ever that just landed on my hand. Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh, this mosquito is giant. I gotta go. Okay. And this, oh my gosh, the mosquitoes. They are as big as promised and out in force because it's still so warm. I can't emphasize the number, the size. I'd say Skagway is about a quarter mile long, and you've done the whole thing. It's got offshoot streets, just a few, and saw everything from a Radio Shack to a Bombay curry restaurant. So unexpected things here. Most unexpected thing are all the mosquitoes. Oh my gosh, I think you can see them. Oh my gosh.
Before heading back to the ship, we popped into the Klondike Brewing Company, which is less about food and more about beer, but really good beer. And where their rules are no smoking, no religion, and no politicking. The inside was really quiet, but they do have an outdoor beer garden where most folks spend the nice days. But the mosquitoes were on our mission to carry Leslie away, so we opted for indoors instead.
Klondike Brewing Company has a really chill vibe, good music, nice merch, and much better beer than Skagway Brewing Company. We tried the Whipsaw IPA made with, you guessed it, spruce tips, and the Hammerstone West Coast IPA. The West Coast IPA was crisp and hoppy and had a smooth and not bitter finish. The Whipsaw IPA actually tasted like spruce, which gave it tart citrus notes that play well with certain IPAs. Please stop by Klondike Brewing Company while visiting Skagway if you're a beer lover.
If you look quickly on the left, your other left, Leslie, you'll see a locomotive with a snowplow attached to the front right there. On our way back to the ship, we popped into yet another company, Skagway Trading Company, for some souvenir shopping. This shop has everything from hoodies and onesies to ulus and smoked salmon, and the prices were really reasonable.
After an informative and beautiful day in Skagway filled with lots of fish and beer, we headed back to the ship. Everyone had to be on board by around 6 p.m. Night 4 was our first night dining at Triton's on Deck 3 midship. The Disney Wonders atrium is themed after the Little Mermaid, even down to the glass chandeliers, which are a nod to the flower Ariel wears in her hair. And Triton's is more like a fine dining restaurant with nods to the movie throughout versus Animator's Palette and Tiana's Place, which are heavily themed and more casual. The giant light fixtures here make you feel like you're underwater, and the swirly decorations resemble seaweed all around you. There's even a giant mosaic wall that features Ariel and King Triton. On longer cruises, sometimes the rotational dining menus vary slightly, and we actually had the land and sea menu that evening. It features somewhat adventurous dishes like the double baked Gruyere souffle and roasted venison loin, and it definitely had both its high points and low points.
The bread service included olive rolls with a simple dip of olive oil and parsley. The rolls actually did taste of olive, but it was probably my least favorite bread service of the entire cruise.
It's really good. It's
What
almost,
is it? Celery soup?
it is almost, it's got bacon, which gives a little bit of smokiness to bacon, but it also has almost like a potato soup texture. So it's a little thick.
I love the idea of a Gruyere souffle with mascarpone and spinach cream sauce, but it was my least favorite food item I ate all week. I try really hard to be nice about this.
You really have to like blue cheese to like it. It's an interesting texture. Very rich, very heavy.
Disney Cruise Line likes a wedge salad, and the land and sea menu included a Caesar version with homemade croutons, and it was actually delicious. The dressing was tangy, and they were generous with the shaved Parmesan.
I first tried the venison loin with parsnip puree, buttered kale, and a claret reduction. Deer was thinly sliced and wasn't gamey at all. It honestly didn't really taste like venison, it just tasted like red meat. Kale was boring, and the parsnip puree, being sweeter than traditional mashed potatoes, did pair well with the venison. This was just a fine entree, in my opinion.
Then we both had the center cut beef tenderloin with lobster medallions, accompanied by snow peas, carrots, parsley potatoes, and a béarnaise sauce. The lobster was a bit tough and flavorless. The sauce was okay, but the steak and potatoes were some of the best of the cruise. The steak was tender and cooked to a perfect medium rare. The potatoes were crushed, so a bit chunky and full of flavor.
It's actually a delicious steak.
Good.
Next, the ever important dessert menu. There was banana bread pudding, a lemon cake, and a no sugar added pear and blueberry crumble. But the minute I saw the words apple and cheesecake together, I knew what I was getting.
I chose one of the gluten-free options, the triple chocolate terrine in a chocolate basket. It was basically three types of chocolate mousse and a chocolate shell. The mousse was perfectly set and light with a rich chocolate flavor. I thought it was a wonderful dessert.
The signature apple cheesecake included a layer of cooked apples beneath a vanilla cheesecake with more caramelly apples on the side. This dessert restored my faith in Disney cheesecake just a bit, as it was quite tasty. I would order it again. After dinner, we hopped up to Deck 4 for a quick meet and greet with two of my favorite troublemakers, and then we headed to After Hours for some adults only entertainment, which sounds way more risque than it is. But now you get to meet my personal favorite cast member of the cruise, Matt from Utah. He's part of the entertainment team, and I became openly obsessed with all things Matt. He hosted most of the adults only activities, including the game shows, and he has the best laugh. Heard that started as a game between two contestants trying to guess theme songs and jingles, but it quickly devolved into some sort of performance piece where Matt got large groups of adults to make fools of themselves for everyone's amusement, including Sean.
Yes, good choice. Like it. Okay, so Stitch's witches. And I better not hear anybody saying that other word. Or and then Tiana's divas. Very good. Okay. Your second clip here for you now. I'm looking for you to identify the name of this commercial. Oh, the floor in ballet.
Do I see a tongue too?
Do I see a tongue too? All right, and now the asteroid has hit the Earth. The dinosaurs are dead. I love. All right, give it up for all of our dinosaurs.
The game show was a warm up to another funny Matt. Night 4 featured comedian and juggler Matt
Are you a
Baker.
married woman, Catherine? No? Are you engaged? Are you single? Okay. You're just dating, is what you're saying. All right, cool. All right, Catherine, there's 2 egg sacks right there. You'd have you pick them up and then place them one at a time, one on each of my feet. Those are my hands, Catherine. Just a small difference. You know what they teach you in New Hampshire, but one has thumbs, right? Yeah. All right, perfect. Then just like
On longer cruises, magicians and comedians are often the main show in the Walt Disney Theater on nights between the scripted musicals, and Matt performed both a family-friendly show that evening and then a bit more edgy show for adults in Azure, but it's still Disney, so it was still really tame by comparison. Matt is a talented juggler with a self-deprecating wit and a handful of silliness. We thoroughly enjoyed his hour-long set. After a memorable day full of breathtaking sights, spruce tip beer, mosquitoes, and belly laughs, we turned in as we had to be up early for our Juneau excursion the next day. Thank you for the view. Please don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more Disney travel content. If you're really cool, you'll also hit that notifications bell. And if you're really, really cool, you'll tell a friend. Until next time.